right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time I am going live with my phone since YouTube has been doing this. Yeah, what's going on? Real quick, I'm gonna address something, and like I said, I'm not even trying to be on camera at all because y'all know what I look like by now. Matter of fact, I'm trying. Can y'all hear me pretty good on this thing? Cause this is my first time using this. Now I'm just kind of chilling where I'm at. Yeah, what's going on? I'm just letting a few people get in this little room real quick. Like I said, this is impromptu. Yeah, it's dark. Okay. But y'all know what I look like. I done done with how many videos of my face on there? Shoot, y'all can just listen for a minute. It's kind of like the old school radio where you just listening to what the person's saying and make you think a little bit more than paying attention to facial expressions and inflections and stuff like that. No, it's in the darkness. There we go. We're doing it in the darkness today. If you hear me fine, then you're good. Okay. So I want to talk about that comment section. And also, before I get in there, they have a thing, I didn't even know about this, called Super Chat on this thing. Where if you want to pin your comment, if you want to like the church house, you want to put on a collection plate to support the platform, you could. Oh, that's something new. So, if you're interested in that during any kind of live stream, then you can do that. But let's we got about at least 216 people in the room. That's good for a just impromptu. Let's get it. Talking about the comment section. I've been, I post my videos, and I post my videos on the various topics. You guys see that. Correct? But y'all in that comment section, I'm telling you what, if I spoke how a lot of you guys speak in the comment section, I would be in jail. Literally. The federal government would have came to my house and picked me up by now. When I do my videos, and y'all need to understand that, I'm relegating my commentary to, let's say it's some sort of racist whatever, right? Or if it's some sort of thug, hood rat, whatever. I'm addressing that particular individual and those same people that agree with that behavior at that time period. So if it's a racist, white supremacist, I'm addressing that white supremacist in that video and those who think like them. Period. Correct? I'm not addressing white people in general. When I address, let's say, hood rats in our own community, when I speak about hood rats, I'm addressing hood rats, but not black women. Or if I'm talking about a thug, let's say in our community, I'm addressing thugs, not black men. Or if I talk about the Neander thugs, or I talk about the Neander thoughts, I'm addressing those individuals, not people within that community. The reason why I want to say that is because, now y'all need to understand, I do a lot of research, I do a lot of reading, everything. And also I go into the enemy territory to do some research as well. Okay? I'll go to Stormfront to do research and see what they're saying about us. Because they, trust me, they come sit on my videos all day long. Hate my guts, but they there watching my videos. Period. Okay? So I'll do it to them at times. I'll go sit on Stormfront and see what they got going on. I listen to the white supremacists for so long, right? But I can't listen to them too long. But what I'm looking at is I'm seeing literally the same comments on Stormfront in my comment section, just in reverse. And when I look at that, I'm like, look, the thing that we don't want to do is turn into the people that we can't stand, the people that has oppressed us. We don't become a black version of them. Listen, I get that we tired. I'm tired. Trust me, I'm tired of the racism. I'm tired of white supremacy. And I will speak out against it, and I'm going to condemn it every chance I get. But at the same time, I don't want it to swallow me up and make me become just like them. Because being a black version of them, how am I actually better if I literally model their behavior? Now, we talk about, and we don't want to be like what these white folks do. Well, I don't want to be turning into them either, because that doesn't help our community and fix our goals of empowerment. And also, just like when I get rid of people, I'm glad one person making this comment right now that I'm looking at. I'm not for the black man hate. And I have some, women in our community come to my page and they own the black man hate. I'm not for it. I'm not for the black woman hate either. If you're not about the empowerment of our community, if you're not about fixing our problems, then I can't really help you. And I will block comments from people who hate black women. I block comments from people who are subscribed to that black female swirler stuff that hate black men. I don't want now one of you on my page. I don't. Because you're not for the betterment of the black community as a whole. Okay? Gas is coming. No. When it comes to comment sections, I'm reading that, okay? You have to talk with some sort of respect as well. Like I said earlier, I'm just reading this comment. If you were in my position, a lot of you would be in jail. I promise you would be in jail. Them white folks would have came picked you up by now from the FBI. I remember I watched a video, I think, from Tariq Nasheed. And he had made some sort of comment referring to the Dallas shooting, and they showed up at his house. Now, what if I start talking like some of you guys talk in the comment section? Some of you guys are making threats. Some of you guys are saying things that's way out of line. And the only thing I'm telling you is, if I was in that position, I would be in jail if I said the things that you guys say. Some of you guys say, why you don't say this? Why you don't say that? Sometimes I may want to say it. But I'm smart to know that, and somebody brought it to my attention as well. For me, I'm just a regular person, and getting used to having a position to possibly sway a person's mind on some things, it is a responsibility. It's definitely a responsibility. And so I'm human. I have to get used to trying to be careful what I say, but convey my message at the same time. Right? So, yeah, okay. Well, if I do, I'm gonna see who it is. They're talking about some sort of spammers on the loose. Okay, let's see if let's see who this person is. Let me see. I think I got him just now. But the thing is, I try to take responsibility. Well, you say, what's the Constitution with no free speech? The Constitution and free speech, number one, the Constitution wasn't written when black people was free anyway. Number two, the free speech thing has limitations. You can't just say anything you want, like you're talking about, without some sort of consequence. You can't. I can't walk up to any of you and just say anything I want to say. Okay? I would expect some of you to get at me if I talk to you a certain kind of way. You can't say anything to them police. If you want to, go ahead. You can't say anything about government officials, even though you have this so-called freedom of speech. And unfortunately, they have a lot of some white people think they can say whatever they want with no consequence. When you black, you understand the consequences of your mouth, because at least for where I'm from, you'll get beat up or shot up behind running off at your mouth. That's usually what it is. Well, I appreciate the people that appreciate the videos, but what I'm saying is, and I'm bringing this point, what you guys don't see in the background, I get a lot of emails and comments of people who do support what I do that isn't even in our community. And I would honestly tell you, some of these people even help us to do things financially as well. And I don't even really speak for their particular communities, but they get what I'm doing. They understand what I've got going on. And I always said this. I was raised to respect all people. And if you meet me, any person who has met me out in the street, I will be respectful to you. I will be cordial to you. And that's it. I will be. I was not raised to disrespect anybody. And so you'll never get that out of me until you cross me, until you do that to me. Then, I'm going to get that way with you. But for the most part, like I said, I'm cool with anybody. And this is the thing. Black people, and I can speak this, and I say black people, we don't raise our kids to hate nobody. We don't. We don't raise our kids to try to harm people for skin color or anything else. We don't raise our kids to do that. We don't. And when we deal with that, that's why we get so really offended by it, because we can't just really fathom the notion that, I'm going to attack somebody based on the color of somebody's skin. Period. You say with blacks, black people definitely need to learn how to stand together, but also we have to learn how to be more calculated in what we say and what we do as well. Well, when you say neutralize somebody, you can't. Well, the thing is, when you look at Martin Luther King, you look at Malcolm X, you look at Marcus Garvey, they never spoke like some of you guys speak in the comment section. Let's talk about that. Malcolm was very eloquent in what he spoke, even when he spoke against something. Okay? He was very eloquent in his speech. You look at even Minister Farrakhan. He's eloquent in his speech. He may drop some names here and there, but he's eloquent. You don't hear Minister Farrakhan talking like some of y'all be talking in the comment section, because they would have came picked him up by now. Any black person that has some sort of influence, whether it's small or great, you have to be very careful on how you address people, because you on the radar. You own it. And since you're on the radar, you have to, as they say, be wise as a serpent. No, it does matter how you speak. You can't say it don't matter how you speak. It does matter. Period. You want to get more things done within your community. You can have more of a message. This is a message I'm about. I'm about solutions. I'm about getting things done. I'm not about the rah-rah and the name calling 24/7. Like when I did a video today about the black-owned beauty supply, talking about the Asian store owner stuff. They got people just running to that comment section. I knew they were white trolls, worrying about the small part of the video where I talked about the alleged, and I say alleged stealing, because I didn't see a video. She wasn't convicted, so I say alleged. I'm not going to worry about all that with her. I want us to do for self and create our own stuff. And that was really the purpose of my commentary. Period. But others don't want to focus on that. And me, I'm not for that. I'm not for the protesting. I'm for economic boycotts. I'm for business creation. I'm for pointing things out, calling it out for what it is. I'm for action. And the action I'm talking about is things that going to make some sort of change. You screaming in the streets, name calling, that ain't going to do nothing to them people. They still running business as usual. My thing is, Martin Luther King showed us what to do. And I keep saying that because it's true. He showed us that all we have to do is hold our money. That's all we have to do. Support our businesses. That's all we have to do. If we get more, smart on that and target pulling our money out from these people's pockets, then you're going to watch a change. Then people don't care if you call them devil, whatever name you want to call them at the time period. They don't care. Because while you calling them devil, you still going to give them your money. So what good is that? What happened to the brother and sister in Maryland you posted? They had to, let me see, the lady just posted a video about it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm in my mom's closet. That's funny, my mom's closet. I'm trying to think, when's the last time I did live with my mom? How long ago that was? Oh Jesus, I ain't lived with my mom since I was about, I think, 19. And I'm 30, going on 38 now. So yeah, I had to get away from my mom. I had to go. I don't know. I had to leave, and I'll never look back. But the thing. Oh, the sister in Buffalo is supposed to be going to court this week. You talking about Kiara Harris? You say you can't see me because it's dark, or that's on purpose. Well, you say you talk about Malcolm X. Well, I was saying earlier, Malcolm X, when he learned from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he talked a certain way. He handled things a certain way. And my thing is, what can you learn from Marcus Garvey? What can you learn from Malcolm X? What can you learn from Dr. King? What can you learn from Medgar Evers? My thing is learning from these people, find out what they did right, what they did wrong, and how can you apply it. Because my thing is, do you like Mexicans? I like all groups of people. I have no issues with nobody. I tell people that. I have no hate toward people. Only thing I hate is evil. If you're evil, I have a hate for you. It's just that simple. If you're evil. They got evil. I can find evil in every group, and I can find good in every group. Yeah, but yeah, I know Dr. King fought for that, but like I said in my video, we also got to pay attention to the system that we still living in, because Dr. King was fought for quality and peaceful, and they still put a bullet in his neck. So let's go on to that. You talk about hold on to our money. You hold on to you have to do a targeted boycott like Dr. King did. He targeted the buses because they were disrespecting black folks. See, a lot of people talk crap about the civil rights movement, but they wouldn't be putting up with the stuff y'all put up with today. Y'all got all that mouth to be talking, but the black people back in the past say, hell no on these buses. You're not going to sit up there and treat us that way. And they sat up there and boycotted those buses almost a year before them folks said, you know what? Nah, we want the black people back on the bus. They can sit on the front of the bus. We losing money. And those black people, you know what they did? They carpooled. They walked. They said, forget that bus. We not riding your bus. Because see, my grandparents grew up during the civil rights movement. Went through all that mess. And one thing my grandfather said is somebody don't want you, you don't want them, and don't go anywhere that you're not wanted. What's the point of being there? And that's where I am. Like some of these people in these videos, they have these incidents in these stores. I'm waiting for one of them to do me something. I'm hoping, because the moment I do, I'm cutting my camera on, I'm going to get their name, I'm going to talk about it right then and there, and then I'm going to blast them when I get to my studio. It's just going to happen that way. I hope they mess with me. I keep saying that, but, usually people don't mess with me like that in the store. That's why, I'm a black dude. I walk in all kind of stores. I don't have people following me like that. Now, some people, you say you want to join the Patreon. Well, yeah, you definitely can check out the Patreon. I appreciate those who have joined us on Patreon. I'll make sure I want to say that. Because it's definitely a help. And, people on Patreon know what we're doing. And, I let people know where the funds are going for Patreon as well. And that's good to, be transparent with them. I let the people on Patreon know the direction of what we're doing. So that's something that, is good to be on this Patreon. Like I said, we need to support our own stuff like the other groups support their own. And like I asked people, we're just trying to get to a point where we have 3,000 patrons. That's the goal. 3,000 patrons. We're like at 204 right now, at a minimum of $5 a month. That's all we're asking for. Hold on. Let me see what this thing says. Can you answer my question? Is it bad that I don't like black girls but like white and Mexican girls? Please answer me. Question. I can't answer you that question about that. I mean, that's a personal thing. I mean, at the end of the day, my mission is too much, is bigger than that. Then what you do with your life and your genitals has nothing to do with me, unfortunately. And even if people disagree with who you be with, that's them. Like, I don't even get into that too much. I may say, well, listen, I caution to do certain things due to the way the climate could be. But at the end of the day, you do what you want to do. My thing is, what are you going to do for your people? That's the only thing I care about really at the end of the day. And whatever woman you getting with, okay, she need to understand she going to deal with the black experience. Her kids going to be considered black. And is she cool with that? If she's not cool with that, or she's trying to separate the kids you may have with her and say, well, she's not black, then that's something you guys going to have a conversation with if you get with her. I don't think any woman of a different group going in with a black man shouldn't be thoroughly educated on black people, what we go through, who we are, and are they willing to not only deal with that, but also help in that fight. You got to consider that when you're dealing with black people, if you're going to go that route. Yeah, you talking about Nat Turner. Yeah, it's all about action. You talking about the brother with the real estate. It's so many things that I could talk about too. It's so many things that I can go into, right? But a lot of people, when I get the video sent to me, most people want to hear about, I call it racialized oppression, racialized terrorism type of videos. You say, can you pay for a year for Patreon? I don't know. I've never seen that option. I know it's monthly. That's the only thing I do know. Now, if you want to save some money to the side and do it that way, and it comes out, once a month, I guess, I don't know. They feel as a fugitive. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not a good fugitive when I have thousands upon thousands of videos on YouTube. I'm not a good one. Oh, that's funny. You say, let us see your face. For what? Go watch my videos from the day. My face ain't changed. I ain't had no plastic surgery. I'm good. You're right. I think we should start our own political party. You're right. And super PACs as well. Hold on. Let me see what this says. I need to learn how to be. No, I'm for the betterment of my community. I am, but what good is acting like a white supremacist or being like them going to help my community? How that's going to help you create a business? How? See, that's the thing. As black people, we so good at talking and running off at the mouth, but we ain't good at producing a whole lot of things. If we focus our attention on producing, then we could get a lot further as black people. That's my thing. Okay, this person got to go. That's the thing I'm focused on. We know good and well we come on jobs, we're not going to get the promotions, we're not going to get treated the best. So while we work in these jobs, it's the wisdom to do this. While you work in your job, you could be working on your business and growing your business until you get to the point that it's making enough money where you don't have to work for anybody else. And then you can quit that job. That's what I suggest to all black people. You have to be wise. You can't just up and quit your job and say, "Oh, I'm starting a business." That sounds so great, and some people can do that, but most people cannot do that. They can't just quit their job right up front and start a business. So while you work in your job, you start your business and work like two jobs literally until the other one supersedes the job. Then you can quit. That's how you do that. Okay, gotta put another person. Let me see here. All right, yeah, that person's gone. Let's see here. Let's just try to move this up. Do you yell at black men when you see them back? No, I don't yell at nobody. It ain't my business. I told y'all that's the least of my worries. People who worry, this is my opinion, this Phil's opinion. I don't harp on who you with. I don't. I'm worried about building a news organization. I worry about trying to create a news organization so big that I can employ my brothers and sisters when this system will not employ them when they get out of prison. The last thing I'm thinking about is who you with. Only thing I'm saying at the end of the day is, as long as you're not cooning, because you know what? Black people is still deceived on a lot of things. Ben Carson was sitting up there saying that black people were immigrants, and guess what? Ben Carson is married to a black woman. I'm going to repeat that again. Ben Carson is married to a black woman. Been married to a black woman for a very long time. Y'all have to get out of that visual, what you see on the visual leads you to who somebody is black or not. You have to stop doing that because think about it. Your enemies see that you're that way. Just like you have a certain look that you think a person who's for black people should have. Well, since you're that way, and you know these people sit there and listen to everything that we talk about, they will send somebody in to listen, spy, infiltrate, or destroy a good thing that's going on based off of the description that you giving what a so-called black person should look like. They're sending in the natural hair, the freaking Pan-African flags everywhere, Anka and anything else to you, just to make you think, oh, they're for the people. They'll be calling names and everything else, but they sitting up there a sleeper cell. Yes, Obama did say that, but Obama didn't say it the way he said it, and he made sure to put they didn't come over here willingly. So that's not even the same thing. So let's keep that up front. But that's the thing with black people. If you sitting up there looking at the outer appearances as a way to think somebody is black or not, then you're not even ready. Another thing, you have to be smart too. And the problem with some black people is, let's say I'm all for black 100%. I am. But I'm smart enough, if I need to pull from resources somewhere else to get what I want for the community, I will do that. Now, I can tell you about this one guy I know. He's a white guy. He owns a construction company. Dude paid. Dude millionaire. Okay? And he was talking to me about some things about, like I said, when it comes to money, put me on a lot of game about business I did not even know. Right? So he was saying certain ideas I had. He said, why don't you go ask the bank to do this for you and do that? And I told him at the time, I said, look, be honest with you, with me, I tell the truth. I don't care who I tell it to. I said, it'll be easier for me to hire you to go talk to the bank for me, you being a white guy, older white guy at that, to go say something and get the loan for me underneath the company, than me to go in there. And he was just like, he was tripping out. And then my trainer that was there, he was agreeing with me, and he was like, it's really like that? I said, yeah. And he said that, so you mean to tell me this is why probably a lot of Hispanic guys have their wives as white name on the company and stuff like that? I said, exactly. I told him, if you're going to have a white woman, at least use the white woman wife that you got to your advantage. Send her in there to get the loans when you can't get it. Send her in there to get clients. Because when you go as a black person or a brown person or whatever else, they're not going to want to give it to you as fast as they would give it to that white woman. I'm just telling you how it is. And since I know how it is, then just like them, white folks hire a black person, pay them good money to go into the black community and talk for them. They do it all the time. Yeah, you're right. We do live in a society. So since you live in that kind of society, you pimp the game at the same time. So they say, okay, just because I live in that society, I'm going to have to get it a certain way. So let me go find a white person I got to go hire and send them in there to go talk to their people to get what I need. That's how you do that. I told people I'm all about a solution. Until things change, you gotta play the game for what it is. You don't have to coon. You don't have to coon for nothing. But play the game. Play the game. And speaking, like I said, this is why too I don't speak in absolutes, because if I speak in absolutes, right, in my videos, and instead of relegating it to behavior, I may be cutting myself down the line speaking in absolutes on something I can use to help my community. Because look, it could be somebody that could has some money, and I've seen people like this. They got to get rid of it, because if they don't give a certain amount of money out or donate a certain amount of money out on their taxes, they gonna get hurt. So they got to give out so much. Or what if they say, you know what? Shoot, man, like I said, I wanna help, the black community. I want to help them keep fighting for justice. I don't agree with what happens to black people. Let me give Phil in them, X amount of dollars. But if I'm talking like some of y'all in the comment section talk, and let's say they want to give us, let's say $500,000, and they were ready to cut the check, but then they hear me talking like some of y'all talk, and I'm using it in absolutes, I'm not relegating it to behavior, then now I lost $500,000, for instance, that I could have been using to better the platform. Because my thing is, I'm trying to fix it where I can create jobs, period. That's what I'm looking for. I want to create jobs. The thing is, if the black man can get to the point where he's creating jobs for his people in the community, you talk about what black women, don't have a certain respect for black men. The moment black men can start creating jobs for black women, their respect level will turn overnight. Literally. It'll turn. Because we have to create our own jobs. We can't expect nobody to create jobs for us. Period. Donald Trump is not trying to create jobs for black folks. He's creating jobs for his people. And I really don't expect Donald Trump to do nothing more than that. Because let's keep it real. We had Barack Obama for 8 years. We can't expect Trump to do more for black people than Barack Obama. We didn't hold his feet to the fire. We let Barack Obama get away with a whole lot. And he skated right on out of there. He's happy now. He's out. He got a $60 million book deal. Everywhere you see him, he's smiling. Trust me, he is a happy guy right now. He ain't got to deal with that stuff mess in Washington no more. Period. But at the end of the day, we still need jobs. And we got to create jobs for ourselves. And how you create jobs for yourself is build businesses. And it has to grow. So you can hire more people. When I talk about creating schools, we need to create schools. I want to start, and this is within my plan, I want to start a scholarship program. I can give out a scholarship every year, to kids within the community that need a good, help with college. I mean, we have to sit here and try to take care of our community. I'm not expecting, let me get this person out of here. I'm not expecting nobody else to take care of our community. I don't expect it. I expect black people to take care of black people. And it's a sin and a shame that we're not creating enough jobs within our own community, that when our brothers and sisters come home from jail, a lot of them want to do right. Not all of them want to go back to jail. And these people put them on probation, require them to have a job. Well, it's shown that black businesses will hire someone out of jail a lot faster than white-owned businesses. So we know white-owned businesses discriminate against people with criminal records on a good day. Shoot, you ain't got to be a criminal. You can just have a black-sounding name with a great resume, and you cut your employment chances in half with a black-sounding name. When you talk about a black-owned business, we don't do that to you if you have a black-sounding name. We don't tell you can't wear dreadlocks or afros, none of that, but they do. Well, okay, if no one do, then you know what? Then you don't have to do it either. You're out. There you go. Thank you. Anyway, so I just feel it's my responsibility to try to do what I can to create jobs for, people in the community. So with that being said, when people talk about people's relationships, that's the last thing I'm really worried about right now. All thing I care about is if you're cooning. That's it. If you're cooning, then that's, we're gonna have to kind of address that. But if you're not, do what you want to do. If you like it, I love it. Like I said, certain things I may not agree with what you got going on, and that's just personal. But I'm not about to sit up there and make about 100 videos about it. I ain't got that kind of time. My time is extremely limited, and the more I go along, the more limited it gets. Let me see. Hold on, what does that say? Well, you want to run for president, go ahead. I have a lot of white folks that come tell me I should run for public office. A lot of them come tell me that, believe it or not. I'm like, I don't think they want me to run for public office. I say, because I'll be too outspoken, and I'll probably be in the news a lot. Because, I don't put up with a lot of things, so I don't know. Yeah, we do talk, and we don't do a lot. You're right about that. I'm all about building business, and like I say, you can talk to black people about, hey, let's build our businesses, let's do this, let's do that, and some of them don't want to do that. And unfortunately, some people that talk all that rah-rah too, they still, comfortable in the system of white supremacy. Because the best way to get off of white supremacy is to create your own stuff. Period. Hold on, let's see what this person says. Okay, let's see. I have to get this person out of the room. But anyway, if you're not trying to create businesses, if you're not trying to create schools, if you're not trying to create scholarship funds for children, even if it's a $500 scholarship, for kids in our community, or $1,000 scholarship, something. If you're not trying to at least do that, we have to do for self. And that's one thing I do appreciate from the Nation of Islam, is that they believe in doing for self. And I can't be against them on that. And a lot of them, they have their own businesses, because I got to, know a lot of them personally, and they do very well for themselves. They really do. And they, push health, and, health is something that's very important too. You can't be about the community and you ain't about the health. Because, some people can look at me and say whatever, but I'm actually taking care of myself as much as possible. I want to talk about a few things with health that I'm just getting so much education on, about what they do to the food, the chemicals they put in the food, food dye, food color, all the soy they put in the food. They're literally poisoning our food. Literally. It should be against the law what they be putting in our food. Period. Well, let's see. That person's gone. Anyway, it should be wrong what they do. If you actually start doing the research of what they're putting in your food, the chemicals, food dyes, food coloring that you don't need to be in your food, you're right, by the water. What you talking about? They trying to kill black people. They trying to kill everybody. Trust me. It ain't just black people they trying to kill. They sell that food to everybody, not just blacks. Yeah, organic. Now, this is what happened with me as of recently. I've been going to, and you could do the research. I've been going to a nutritionist that does nutrition response testing. Just type that in on your spare time. And this nutrition response testing is crazy. It can tell you each area in your body what issue you may have going on. You're not sick, but you got things going on. Well, this test, like I said, you got to check this test out. I freaked out about this. Well, anyway, with this kind of test, I found out as of recent that I had a soy food allergy, because I had headaches a lot. I used to get a lot of headaches, and I didn't understand why. And I would take, medication if needed, but I don't like medication. I try to see if I can, naturally do something than take their medication. Well, anyway, he found out I had a soy allergy at the time period. And I'm so glad because, like, now you don't realize when you have a food allergy to soy, and men do not need to be eating soy at all. When I did the research on soy, stay away from soy. If you can remove, like, of course, I don't eat pork. I remove pork out of my diet because pork is just a nasty animal. I don't eat pork, and now I don't eat soy, right? Soy is in everything. Like, it frustrated me. I'm going to say the first 2 weeks not eating soy because everything is in that crap. You don't realize how much soy is in everything. The soy man is making money. Trust me. No soy sauce. Can't have that either. Anything that say soy, I don't fool with it. So everything I have to buy, I grow and get is either mostly, it's either organic. It's mostly organic stuff I have to get. And at Kroger, if you go to Kroger, and people live in Texas, HEB as well. Kroger, HEB have organics, and it's affordable because some of the organic stuff is way too expensive. Oh yeah. The nutrition response testing is the truth. I'll tell you that much. And then let me tell you what happened with that. So after the soy thing, I removed that. I was because I went to the dude because I was having a lot of indigestion. When I would eat food, I feel like I'm bloated a lot, and I didn't get it. So when I told him all that, he did that test on me and figured out everything I have. They put you on these herbal supplements, right? He put you on the herbal supplements because he's more like a nutritionist / holistic doctor. That's the kind of doctor that is. So he put me all these supplements, and every time that he do a test with the supplements, it's like they push down on your arm if you watch it. And if your arm, like, even though you try to fight them, when they put their hand on certain areas, because certain areas are trigger points in your body, that your hand to go down, they push on, even with resistance. You can be strong as hell, and you still can't resist them when they hit certain areas that you got problems going on, right? So I went that other time, and he told me, he said, something going on. He said, let me see. He said, he did a little test, and like, you got food dye in your stomach. And I'm like, and it hit me right in my mind when I had something with food dye in it. And I like, so he said, leave food dyes alone, stay away from that mess. Let's see, hold on, let's get this person out of here. So anything with food dyes, I don't fool with it. I leave that alone as well. Yeah, you're right. Soy kills testosterone. You're right about that. And as black men, we don't need a testosterone kill. We need to, that affects your strength. That affects your libido. And of course, black men have the highest testosterone out of all men. That's why, our sex drive is a lot higher than any other group. That's just what it is. Testosterone also help us with strength training. That's why black men don't need the amount of supplements as other groups, because we have a higher natural testosterone. You say talking about them chemicals in food? Yeah, it's a lot of chemicals in food. And we need to stay away from them chemicals. It's not right what they're doing to food. Same thing with the GMO seeds and all that. That stuff's not right, man. It's not. So we need to, as black people, start reading these labels, start actually taking our phone out in the grocery store and researching what these chemicals are in our food. I saw one that I was just reading called magnesium stearate. They will put this like in food or pills sometime. You got to watch that. This stuff is like almost like chalk, and they put this mess in our products sometime. And when it gets in your body, it makes like a film in your stomach. I mean, this mess that they just giving us with our kids, our babies, and all this stuff, just feeding our kids. And like the doctor told me, you want to know why 1 in 4 people have cancer versus back in the day it was 1 in 100 people had cancer. He said it's the food. That's all it is to it. The refined sugar, cancer feeds off of that. All the soy and carbs and all the stuff that's in this food. You're right. They trying to kill everybody with food. Everybody. That's why I really feel that we need to go back to cooking at home like we used to do back in the day. And, you know, that's what I've been doing a lot of. With the water, filter your water and don't drink out of plastic. I had to stop doing that. He told me that when you drink out of bottled water, they sit in warehouses and that warehouse get hot and the chemicals that's in that plastic seep into your water. He say he don't care if it's BPA free. He say still don't fool with the plastic. So I said, okay, what to do? Because I mean, like I said, my wife coupon. Most people know that I discussed this. My wife had about 32 cases of the 28 count Ozarka natural spring water in the garage, right? So I got 32 cases just sitting at the house, and I'm like, so what you want me to do with all this bottled water? He said, give it away. Don't drink it. That's what you're saying. I don't know what you're gonna do with it. He said, but put down the filter. Put your water in either a one of those Yeti cups or Ozark Trail cups. We got a big glass container. It's like about 2.5 gallons that we put our water in, and we just drink the filtered water. He said that's just the best thing you could do. Yeah, well, I didn't know that either. The Voss glass water bottles, that's fine, but the Voss water is not really that good based on a test. Alkaline, he told us don't drink alkaline water because he said your body should be at a neutral state, not an alkaline and not an acidic state. Yeah, we talked about everything when I go over there. He talked about vaccinations as well. That doctor did talk about that. It's just so many things that I'm learning from this doctor and how it's really literally helping me night and day. Like I said, I don't have the indigestion I had. I don't have the bloating after I eat. I don't have the bad headaches anymore. None of that. After the changes this man is helping, me to make. Well, if you're in Houston, you can go to him if you want to. I mean, now I'm gonna tell you, no, alkaline water is not the best water. It's not. Stop drinking alkaline water. He said to drink the water out the filtration system and use the regular water. That's it. He said, and he even said that when you go to a restaurant, bring your own water. Don't even drink their water because it comes straight out the tap. Like, I mean, it just, And people that when they tell you alkaline water is best, and I say, well, I thought alkaline water is best because a lot of people talking about alkaline water. He said, look, your body wants to be in a neutral state. It don't want to be in an alkaline state. It don't want to be in the acidic state. He said, now you put alkaline water and you drinking that, your body has to fight to get your body back in a neutral state. He said, so that's not even natural to do that. He said, I know they promote that. He said, but no. And then he said, what's the point of the alkaline water when it's sitting in plastic that's been sitting in a warehouse and the chemicals are seeping into your water that you're drinking? So now you're drinking chemical water, but it's supposed to be alkaline. I was like, wow, What about parenting? What about it? Well, like I said, I don't know what that sister do, but like I said, I'm just getting educated on my whole world about food, water, and everything has literally been turned upside down, and I've been doing the research on everything that he's been saying, and it just opening my eyes. It's opening my eyes for real on a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, you're right. It's a shame what they did to population in Flint. And you're talking about, one person made a thing that, oh, well, they're trying to just kill black people. They poison a lot of white folks too in Flint. Them people, let me tell you something about them rich white folks. They don't care about poor white people. And poor white people actually getting done. They doing them so wrong. And I'm gonna tell you why they doing poor white people wrong. Poor white people actually believe that these rich white people care about them. And I literally just see what they doing to them every day. Trump came to them poor white folks, telling them he gonna take care of them and have them with health care and get rid of Obamacare. Then you do the research. Poor white folks that are Republican, like in Kentucky, need Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act to take care of their health issues. And if they didn't have the Affordable Care Act, they wouldn't have that. Now the Republicans are trying to destroy that, and they talking about they would lose 14 million people from the RIP would lose their health care who was getting it before. And also, there'll be at least 10 million jobs that be lost if they get rid of the Affordable Care Act. But these people don't pay attention to that, because these Republicans were pushing this because basically they don't like the fact that a black guy got people health care. So they want a white guy's name on it and say, oh, this is what we did. But they about to hurt more white folks than anybody. Anytime they cut something, they hurt actually more poor whites than they do blacks. But it's like they said, if you can convince them to believe that they're better than a colored person, that they won't even watch them picking their pockets, and they said they even give them their money at the same time. So it's amazing to me how these Republicans are just straight lies to all these poor white folks. Trump talking about, I'm going to give them jobs, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I don't even see no jobs for these poor white people. I don't. That's the thing. So, but they will see. My thing is, I don't want us as black people to be dependent on the government and Trump and anything else. I want us to do for self. I want us to get educated. We need to get back into agriculture, growing our own food, because these people, they're not to be trusted. They're trying to kill us off. So we need to be careful with that. Read the labels, all the chemicals in your food. Buy organic. Like I told you before, you can go to Kroger. They organics are much affordable. If you're in Texas, go to H-E-B. Their organics is affordable. You ain't got to go to Whole Foods. Whole Foods is too expensive. You say color does matter. In one instance, yes, color does matter. But in a lot of ways, when these folks are doing stuff, they don't care about them white folks either. They don't. When they poison that water in Flint, did they say, you know what? Oh, all the white folks' house that's poor in Flint, we're not going to send the poison water to them. We only send it to the black folks or the brown folks. Man, they don't care about them poor white folks. They don't. You say you need to ban liquors around us black people. Well, when it comes to liquor stores, for me, like me and my wife, we are social drinkers. And it's rare if I drink something, and that's only if I go out. And I don't even know, like I told you, I don't even know how it feels to be drunk, because I believe in responsible drinking. But there's nothing wrong with liquor. It's just you. If you want to be a drunk, it's you. But now, they put up the liquor stores all around these black communities because you patronize them. Let me see, what is this? Hold on. Let's go ahead and get that out of here. Me, I don't go to no corner store. I go to like the stores that give you good prices. Like one place here in Texas, those of you who live in Texas, it's called Specs Liquor. And it's a huge, look like almost like a Walmart. They sell cigars, they sell all kind of stuff in there. The people that say they can't see me, that's on purpose. Well, anything is not good for people in general. I don't suggest you drink every day. Now, they say you can drink red wine. They said maybe a glass of that is good for your heart. Well, keep living. Some people, you ain't live long enough to see what you talking about white privilege. But I'm gonna give you an example. I just saw a thing where they had a white guy got caught with $4,000 worth of heroin, and he didn't go to jail. He got probation. If there had been a black dude that got caught with $4,000 worth of heroin, he would have went to jail. Another white privilege, when black people was addicted to crack cocaine and they had one rock in their pocket, they was getting sentenced to 10 and 20 years. White people are constantly getting caught with heroin and they're getting treatment plans. See, that's the racism part of it. You have to understand, I grew up through the crack epidemic. I seen what it done to black people. It's just that simple. We say, how do I feel about police still beating up on blacks? I mean, well, it's nothing I support. But at the same time, I mean, what are we gonna do about that sort of thing? What laws are we gonna get changed? I mean, what are we gonna do? I mean, because we not trying to change laws, or we not trying to. If we actually got on a united front and do for self, you can stop police brutality overnight. I told you, economic boycotts is a way to go. If you say, okay, you beat us, fine. We about to find out every business that support the police department. We're gonna boycott all these businesses. We're not going there. Trust me, they stop getting your money, and you tell them why we not going to your stores anymore because you support these cops. Trust me, them cops, the cops that did it, gonna be gone. Money talks. I'm telling you, money talks. Until black people start getting on that money talks thing, they don't want to hear you. You can go cry all you want, talking about they treat us bad. No, take your money. Like I told you earlier, in the video, the pimp and hoe relationship. Stop being the hoe. If you want to be the hoe, then they're gonna treat you like a hoe. Stop being pimped. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the pimp and hoe relationship, go watch my video about the Asian store owner. Go watch that, and he'll give you an explanation what I mean by the pimp and hoe relationship. Okay. No. You say no. Yes, there's some money in cooning, but it's not a sustainable income. When you have to sell yourself out to another group of people to get some money, you're a weak and you're a coward. And so how long do you think those look at Stacey Dash. She was cooning it up for real. What Fox News done to Stacey Dash? They get rid of the coons. Coons ain't in no more white folks, especially with this white nationalism that they pushing. They ain't got no room for coons. They don't like coons. If you're not white, you're not part of the group. That cooning, Trust me, you're gonna see a whole lot of coons gonna try to start trying to inch their way back to the black community because they not putting up with coons no more. I told y'all it's going back to the old school white supremacy. They don't want no coons around them. So shoot. They can coon it up if they want to. That's fine. Vaccine. Well, a lot of the vaccines have mercury in it, and a lot of the vaccines have been proven to give autism to black boys for sure, and also other children. And there's a lot of even white folks too that support that, and even the white folks, they say the Nation of Islam hate people. No, they don't, because brother Tony Muhammad out of California, he was doing a protest over there at the CDC, and they had a bunch of white folks with him. So how is it that the Nation of Islam hate white folks, but yet they got a video of white folks with them, speaking with them about vaccines and how vaccines have made their children sick and stuff like that? Okay, let's see here. Let me go back to this comment here. Okay, this person's trolling. They gotta go. Let's see here. What else? Yes, I'm on Black Spot. What they say about Ben Carson? Yeah, some of y'all that's on that public assistance. I'm gonna tell you what, you better get your act together, because Trump talking about cutting a lot of that public housing. He talking about it, cutting it from the budget, and I already knew that was gonna happen. But you know what? It's time for it to happen. The reason why I support this happening, because we need to do for self. Before we had all that public housing, our people had homes, we had our families, and we need to get off the government. We do. We depend way too much on the government. And when you depend on the government, they want you to be literally in poverty to be on these programs. So they make it under $26,000 a year. You can't have a family in the process. So let them cut it. Let them cut it. Projects, no, let me tell you about projects. Projects was made by white folks under the redlining, and if you want to know about redlining, I have a video in a playlist called Knowledge is Power. And I think the video is called How White Americans Got an Advantage in America. And I show you how white folks got an advantage over black folks with different programs that they literally give white folks. But they will never give us these programs. They never have given us anything. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You said for whites, they care about race, money, and race. That order. That's why poor whites voted for Trump. And if you care more about race, money, and race, then you're gonna get duped every time. Like I said, Trump gonna put them poor white folks in such a bad vice that I'm gonna say, well, you get what you voted for. Because you know what? Some of the stuff Trump doing, look, y'all say y'all don't like Hillary. Hillary wouldn't have did that's the stuff that Trump's doing. She wouldn't have. I don't care what you say about her. She wouldn't have did this mess. And when the great weeping started happening because of stuff Trump and Bannon is doing up there, really Bannon is the one that's pushing more things more than anybody. When y'all start losing your stuff, you gonna wish Hillary was up there. You can say what you want to say. I don't like Hillary. She called us super predators. If that's the worst thing you worried about being called, plus we call each other worse names than super predators. But y'all sit up there, they either didn't vote, because a lot of people didn't vote, or and then want to complain now. I don't care about the illegal immigration. I don't care. You know why I don't care? Because I am telling you to create your own business. What job could they take from you when you're creating your own businesses? See, you want to still depend on the white people system about going beg them for jobs. Okay? I'm telling you to go create your own. Nobody can take a job from me. Nobody can take a job from my wife either. No immigrant can take our jobs. Why? Because we have created our own jobs. That's why. And I'm telling you to create your own jobs. Your own beauty supply stores. Whatever business that you want to run. Auto mechanic shop. Restaurant. Create your own. Then you don't have to worry about nobody else. Yeah, you're right. Hispanics, they start their own businesses. That's right. And what they do, they hire their family and everything else. And I believe in the same motto. Like, I got a cousin right now, right? He got caught up on some messed up stuff long time ago, okay? When he was 17. When my cousin get out, he ain't got to worry about a job. He got one when he get out. He got one with his cousin. That's what he got. He ain't got to worry about going to look for people to give him a job. So what? So he can't feed himself when he get out? And that's what happens to a lot of these black men. They get out of jail. They can't get a job. Literally force them back into crime because nobody hire them. They got to eat. Then they end up right back in prison. Versus we can create jobs. And like say my cousin, whenever he get out, have a job waiting for him that I can, that he take care of his business. He don't have to worry about anything. That's why I'm working so hard. I can make sure that when he get out, I have a good paying job for him when he's out. So he don't have to worry about going back to no jail with these people. He can just work for me. Well, there you go. I'm talking about the businesses you started. I like that. Start your own businesses. I don't care about what other people are doing. You're right, they work together. Talking about Hispanics work together, and you say money they made together. Let me tell you what Hispanics and Asians, I've seen Asians do this too. They'll go stay 10 families in one house. They may get a big house, 10 families in one house. And they all pool their money together to pay that rent or mortgage or whatever. And then as they get their money up, they moving out one by one. That's what they do. I seen the Vietnamese do that too when I was growing up. Vietnamese, staying all them families in one house. And then they started getting their convenience stores and shrimp boats and all this stuff back when when I was a kid. So the thing is, we actually got more advantage than they do. We really do. But we don't want to pool our resources together because, the self-hate, the jealousy, and all this other stuff. Well, the Cubans, and let's say the black Cubans, because the white Cubans is on something different. Then I'll just keep it real. There's white Cubans, there are black Cubans. Yeah, you gotta start your own business, man. I mean, at least, like I tell people, have your own business. You can still go work a job for somebody else you want to, but have your own business. That way, if they was to ever fire you, you ain't worried about it. You good. Yeah, I agree with that. We need to work together. And you know what, beyond with you, we don't have to have the whole black community to work together and make a change. All you need is a small percentage to do it. If a small percentage actually link up and actually create businesses and create schools and do all this stuff for self and just even hire people within the community, because it's not everybody. Everybody's not. Let me look how I can say this. It's not in everybody to create a business. It's not. It's not in everybody to create a school. But it's for some people to be employees. It's for some people to be teachers. It's some people to be administrators. So we have to also understand that. Not everybody can create a business. But can we create enough businesses where we can hire people in our community? Let's see what. Well, that's quite funny, Crystal Johnson, that you know nothing about anything with my business structure. You don't have a clue on what I got going on. So, that's funny. I'm set up how I need to be. Trust me on that. Anyway, name one black city. It's not even the top of my mind. We don't have no black cities, nothing I can think of. That say that just, we had them at one point in time. But how do they even maintain those cities? Well, they maintain those cities by working together. We can't even work together you say a black woman shut down many schools in Chicago. Yeah, I heard about that. And, unfortunately, you got black people that want to work for and side with white supremacy, because a black woman not going to shut down 50 white schools. She's not going to do that. Like I said, we have to create schools like that model. They have that one school in Chicago, that urban preparatory, whatever its name is, in Chicago, that 98% of the kids get scholarships in that school. See, that would be a place that I would like to travel to if I get some good money behind me. I would like to travel to a place like that, stay there at least a week, and study their whole program and say, look, can you help us create that, here in Houston? That's what we want. We want the same type of school. Can we replicate that? And can we replicate it where it can be affordable? Because my thing is, private schools are great, but we want to make it affordable, where our people can afford it enough to go. Because if we can get our kids out the public school system and in private schools that we create, man, it'll be great. And that's what I want. Like I said, they couldn't give me no money. They cannot give me no money, because I'm not like the rest of them. Like, cause me, I look at it like this. I don't believe in being flashy in my clothes. I don't need no Maserati, no Rolls Royce. I don't need any of that. I think that's so stupid. Why are you wasting money? People buying Ghost and Lambos. Like, why? A car is like the dumbest investment. The moment you drive off the lot with that car, you lose $10,000. Why would you go buy the most expensive car? I don't get that. It's smarter to go buy real estate. Real estate, you could flip that and make a lot more money than a car. Why are there people what? Let me see, read that. Why is there a problem with people getting homeschooled? I can tell you why they don't want people doing homeschool. They don't want them doing homeschool because they're losing money. That's why. Versus if you create a private school versus a charter school, then you went through all the state stuff that you had to go through to get approved to do that, and they can't mess with you then. But homeschool, unless you join in those groups that, like I did post that one when you could join the lawyer group that they try to prosecute you for something and they'll defend you all the way up to the Supreme Court. If you're not with a group like that to protect yourself, then I don't start that. And then also, if you're that serious about homeschool and you think the state you're living in will prosecute you over homeschool, then move to the state where they're very homeschool friendly. Sometimes you got to make sacrifices for your kids. If you want to homeschool them, don't stay in a state that is very hostile toward homeschooling parents. Do I recommend Dallas or Houston to start a business? Well, Dallas is a good thriving city, and Houston is a great thriving city as well. You do well anywhere, especially in a major city. You say that most times two parents have to work. Homeschool is impossible for them. And if you work for other people, then yeah, two parents gonna have to work. If you start your own business, you get it to a point where you can have more time at home. Now, I'm just kind of old school, and I believe that when children are small, and I've practiced this with my son and my little daughter, I believe that the mom should be able to stay home with the child at least until they go to kindergarten. Now, she can start a home business from home. That's great, but at least she's home with the child. And I don't like children in daycare. And a lot of times as families, when you have two people working jobs, and this happened to me at one point in time too. In the beginning, when me and my wife got married, I would go to work, and she would go to work. And some days I wouldn't even see her. Sometimes it would I'd go 2-3 days without even seeing her because our schedules were just conflicting, and I didn't like that. I mean, because like I'm the type of person, I want to see my wife every day. I don't want to go days without seeing my wife, just period. So I want to talk to her. How's her day? Talking on the phone is not really getting it. You know what I'm saying? So my wife had stopped working. I told her, like she stopped working when she had the baby. She stopped working. And I told her, what you need to do is I want you to build your cake business. Whatever we got to do to get that going, let's get that going. And, now, years later, that she has her cake business going, she's so busy now, but at least she's busy at home. Like so the month of March, she's booked up with cakes and everything, and April she's booked up. I mean, and so she's booked up. I mean, it's a blessing and anything I can do to help her, I do that. So, she has that going on with her cakes, and then of course we doing on this end. So we try to definitely interlap and help each other do this. Well, let's see. I don't even know what they talking about. What are the 3 cultural values every African American family should have to guide their lives? Marking values. Every group is led by cultural values. I just believe in the old school. I think the old school work. I think this new age stuff is for the birds. It's not working. I just believe in family. I don't believe in changing your women like changing your underwear. I think you need to get with one woman, stick with her, make a life with her, and build something. That's just kind of how I feel about that, because most of you men that's successful or even millionaires, billionaires, they got wives. And I think if we start families and promote, big families, I think that's a good start. Family is where it's at. And our big issue in the black community is that we don't promote family enough. Because we see the bad side of family, which could be single parent households. But I think, as men and women, we need to focus more on building families. You say, what are some of your ideas for home business? You could be a CPA from home. Tax preparer at home. Some people don't know how to do taxes. You can start off that way. That's one way you can do. I mean, and you can make some quick money that way. Just do your research. I mean, like I said, I'm not in front of my computer right now. But do your research. That's what I tell people. The biggest thing about anything is research. But I think family is where it's at. And if we in the black community would get our family structure right, I really believe all our stuff will be fixed at the end of the day. If we get back the mother and father together and stop breaking up on stupidity. Realize when you get in a relationship, it's for better or worse. It's going to be some better days, it's going to be some worse days. That's part of it. You don't bail out just because you're having a bad day. That's not the way that works. Also in a relationship, one key is, and that's something I believe in, and I live this, you don't do no name calling. You don't do no cussing out each other. You don't belittle each other, male or female. Certain words you shouldn't even use toward each other. We got to have trust and respect. And my thing is, just don't get in a relationship if you feel you're at a point, that you can't really commit. Go ahead on, get you whatever you're going to get out your system. Then go ahead on and commit. That's how I look at it. Yeah, lawn service, you can do that. Well, they'll have to learn their own lesson about feminism. Like I said, I just think we need to learn about family. We need to be about family. If we raise good families, spend time with your family, go on vacation, enjoy your kids. Like my kids are growing up so fast on me. I mean, like I said, I got one graduating in May. And she's gonna be leaving home. She's going to school to become a OBGYN. That's what she want to do. I'm definitely gonna support that 100%. She got accepted in school. I'm happy about that, because in my household, it's like the African household. Education isn't a choice in my household. You gonna do something. You're not going to sit around here, because they already know 2 rules I have. You ain't getting pregnant bringing no kids here, because I'm not taking care of it. And you're going to get education. That way, when my birthday come up, or your mama's birthday come up, or our anniversary come up for some reason, and maybe you'll have a little money to treat your old daddy to a little meal there once in a while. I'm just saying. I don't want you to be in a position where I didn't provide you everything that I could as a father for you not to be successful. Because as black people, we don't focus on that. We cut off our parenting at 18. Oh, you grown now, so you do what you need to do. No, you're a parent until the good Lord ready for you. So you need to set your kids up to be in a good position by helping your kids either get some sort of degree, trade school, certification, whatever your kid want to do. We need to do that. And that's just period. Oh yeah. Like I said, I agree with Africans on a whole lot of things. There's like a lot of Nigerians, in their family, it's like they kick you out of the family for you being a thug and going to jail. You can't even come back, and they disown you for going to jail. And that's why you have Nigerians. They're most prosperous immigrant that come here. It's Nigerians. And Nigerians, look what they do. They come over here, they get in school, they get all kind of degrees, they start businesses. Matter of fact, a Nigerian sister here got an emergency room in the Houston area. She got an emergency room hospital. Nigerian. What is the difference between the Nigerian and us here in America that's American citizens? I'm going to tell you the difference. They put pride on education. They don't take nothing less than that. They want to be successful. But us in the black community, we taking pride off of jail. street cred. Like, what the hell is a street cred? Man, all you gonna do is end up being a slave for the white man in his plantation called jail. Forget a street cred. I want to celebrate that brother or sister coming home, getting a degree, coming home, like starting their own business. Man, that's what I want to celebrate. Let me celebrate them. Shoot, let me celebrate you making a family. That's what I want to celebrate. I ain't trying to celebrate no degenerate behavior. We sit up there making baby showers for teenage girls that get pregnant. Or women don't even know who the baby daddy is, so we'll make a baby shower for them. Like, man, come on, bro. We got to get out of that. That's the stuff I'm talking about. Yeah, you say yes. We may have some differences in culture with African people, but at the same time, you should talk to them and see what their belief system is sometime too, because really what they believe is really what you should be believing too in a lot of instances. Because it's not working with this doggone thug and hood rat stuff. That's not working. That's not getting us anywhere. If Nigerians can slide in here and do all the stuff they're doing, why can't we do it? We black just like them. That's the only thing how I feel about that. We just need to do for self. Do for self. Hold on, what did they say? Hold on. Me and my cousin seem to be the only South Africans in Houston. All I meet is Nigerians. Yeah, I met some Nigerians a few weeks ago, actually, when I was in the doctor's office. It's crazy because I don't know if people know this. Maybe other black people in America that can attest to this. I can always spot when someone's from an African nation because, I don't know, they have a different look about them. Not the way they dress. They just have a different look. I don't know. I can just spot them. And so I was talking to this one sister. She was Nigerian and stuff like that. And now I haven't ran into too many South Africans. Yeah, you say you South African. I ain't ran into many of them. Yeah, Nigerians are a big population in Houston. You doggone right they are. Yeah, they good sized people here in population. But you know what? Them Nigerians got that money over here too. they do. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, Nigerians got it going on. I can't knock them. Well, you say they will talk to you like any other racist person. They can't. A Nigerian that let's say if a Nigerian do have an issue with you as a black person, it's a cultural thing. It ain't because of no color. Y'all even know what the word racist means. I hate when people use the word racist because you're using it in the wrong context. A racist is a person that believes their race is superior to someone else. So if a Nigerian has an issue with you for some reason or don't like you for some reason, it's not that he feels that his black skin is superior to your black skin when both of y'all got black skin. Now, he could be maybe prejudiced towards you, but that's a cultural thing. So please stop using the word racist, because that like those white supremacists, black people are racist. You idiot. We don't know. Ain't no black person promote that crap. That's your people. We don't promote that. How do I feel about Oprah running for president? I'd rather Oprah be president than Donald Trump. I tell you that much. I hope she do. At least we know Oprah has some sense and intelligence. She ain't silly and ignorant. You got the most ignorant group of white folks in Trump's organization. They dumb as hell. So I hope Oprah win. If Oprah run, I'll vote for her. I'll go ahead and vote for Oprah. Why not? Sure, I think anybody that run against Trump probably have a better chance the next time around. Well, what they say I don't care about? You said something I don't care about. Something. Hold on. What is that I don't care about? I need to see. Michelle Obama or Oprah. Michelle not gonna run. I'm gonna tell you why Michelle not gonna run. If you look at the pictures of Michelle right now, she's so happy. She don't want to. I get why she said she don't want to be no president. Something will have to really happen for her to change her mind. Brielle Jones. Okay, if I see him. So I get the feeling Oprah would be just like Obama. Well, I never expect a politician to do nothing for me. I really don't. I didn't expect Obama to save black people. That's not what I expected for him to do. I did expect him to make some changes, and he yes, I can honestly say Barack Obama did go after some of these police departments with his Justice Department. I give him that. We have to give not the way we wanted him to, but he started putting pressure on them and for them to make changes. Because the moment that Obama left, Jeff Sessions, he started to roll back all that stuff that Obama was trying to do against these police departments. So, it's a lot of it. Well, if you say, 99% of your videos are anti-white. You're right, it's anti-white supremacy. You're right about that. So, and no, not 99% of them, because actually, because majority of my videos ain't focused on that. But if you feel that way, you don't have to watch. That's how I feel about it. Well, I don't think black people should be using that word toward each other. I think it's ignorant in a lot of ways, because that's what the white man labeled you on the plantation. So, well, like I said earlier, who's it? Lisa M. Of course. I mean, I don't cut no slack on nobody, whether it's my own community. White supremacy, like I was saying earlier to somebody else, everybody complain when I talk about them. White folks complain. I'm talking about the white supremacists. I don't know why they complaining for. Go watch freaking Fox News. I don't know why you even over here. You have black people who support thugs complain. Black people who support hyenas complain. I mean, everybody complain. I'm equal opportunity. I told people that. Yeah, right. Tell them go watch David Duke. There you go. And even if I am fair and biased, it's my business. You don't like it, you ain't gotta watch it. It's like, I'm not twisting your arm. Yeah, they trying to wipe Obama clean out the history books. Exactly. Of course they're going to try to do that. That's just white supremacy for you. They don't like a black man doing that, and they about to screw up white folks in the process, trying to get rid of. That's why I say, I'm seeing that everything that they try to do against black people end up turning around and hurting them in the process. Because when you try to do dirt, you get dirt. That's the way that works. When you try to harm other people based on skin color, it's still a God out there. Nah, Obama don't need to run. No. I don't agree with that one. You know all that term fake news? Obama started that fake news comment. I hope y'all know that. Toward the end of his presidency, he started saying, there's a lot of fake news stories out there, because I remember when there was only 3 networks and we got all our news from 3 networks, but now we got all these outlets, and like Obama was speaking against independent media. He started that. Like I said, I may not talk about a whole lot of other things with politics sometimes, but I watch it every day. Trust me, I do. In case I have to refer to it. Oh yeah, he was against independent media. Yes, he did. Go find out. Go find out when he started talking about fake news and he's talking about getting all the news from three channels: ABC, was it NBC, ABC, and CBS. That's before Fox came and all these other ones came up on the scene. You get what I'm saying? They don't like independent media. They don't, because the mainstream media is on an agenda. Period. Individuals aren't on the team. So they can only be about what they're about and what they're reporting. So I don't have to try to make sure the image of this one is good and hide evidence about this one. And like, I'm so glad I got access to this certain site. Well, 90 time we have video and we get them race soldiers' names, we'll put their name in and find out if they got any pending litigation. Because we want that information, because some of these police be having multiple cases of police brutality and the news won't put that out. They got access to that stuff more than I got, but they won't put that information out. Okay, what you need me to talk about black-owned banks? Do you have an account, Cheryl, in a black-owned bank? Did you purchase stock in a black-owned bank? I mean, I purchased, I think, 26 shares in a black-owned bank. I'd rather try to go on the ownership route. You know, I mean, I've told y'all that stuff before. You at least surround yourself with, oh boy, I tell you. But, you know, guys, like I said, I was just, you say you need reparations. I don't want a reparation from nobody. What I want is self-sufficiency, because you take stuff from them, I mean, it's always going to have something to it. So you don't believe in banks. They didn't want to help your small business. A lot of banks, they don't want to help small business unless that small business is making a certain amount of money. And your credit score has to be real high with a lot of these banks, especially if you're a black person. So what was your credit score when you went in there, and how much was your income for that business? That's just the only thing. Because you can't come in, if you want certain amounts of money, you can't come in there with a 600 credit score. Sometimes you may have to have a 700 or 750 or even maybe 800 credit score with some of these people. Sometimes. And just because one bank told you no, don't mean you give up. That bank told you no. It don't mean the bank down the street don't tell you the same thing. It's called about being persistent. Oh, I agree with that. Africa do need to build a wall. They do. You can have me be a leader of an African nation, cause boy, like I said, they'll love me in one instance, but I wouldn't play with none of that. I'm like, man, look, we gonna do it right. Well, it's not even about university or community college. It's about what you're going there for. Because there's a lot of black people go get a lot of BS degrees, and they don't even know the median income of the degree when you get out of school. Like, what's the point of going to college, but then with that degree you're only making $32,000? Like, really? My thing is this: whatever you're going into, if you're not making a minimum, and I'm gonna say minimum 50 if you're in the South, maybe 65, 70 if you're on the East Coast or West Coast, minimum when you come out of college, and what's the point of going? You say you think it'd be cool, but let me tell you something about that. A lot of people don't like to watch those kind of videos. I'll be honest with you, that's why you don't see more of it from me. You guys like me to talk about racial issues. You guys like me to talk about police. You guys like me to talk about, I got a list of stuff you guys like. Anytime I ever done a video on relationships, credit, home ownership, or anything like that, you guys don't want to watch it. And one thing I'm not going to do is make videos that you don't support. And what I mean by support, I mean the viewership and also the comments. Because comments for me means engagement. Means you possibly going to share that video a lot more when you're making a lot of comments. So that's something that I look into. We live our names have a major player on bank funding. To pay back debt was already ours. Well, I mean, it's nothing I can do about that. I think I addressed it earlier about the comment section. I think they need to chill out, and I'm gonna have to put some more filters on that comment section a little bit, because we need to be able to know how to have a discourse without, because I have people that write me and tell me they're afraid to comment. Because some people are attacking them. You don't need to be commenting here. And wait a minute, hold on. I'm the only one that tell people they don't need to be commenting here. Not nobody in the comment section. I just want to make that clear. Anybody that watch can comment. Either they agree with me, they disagree with me. Now they trolling, I block them. Or whatever. But anybody can comment. And when we look at this as a business, right? Let's say you got a tax service. Let's say you have a restaurant, beauty supply, whatever you may have. Are you going to tell people in business like, oh, well, let's say if a white person, Asian person, whatever kind of person want to come to your tax service and get their taxes done, and say, oh, shoot, I don't want you over here. I don't want to do your taxes. Like, so you're going to turn down money for your business and your family? I don't understand that. So that's what I'm saying. You say, oh, you hate the phone notification or comments. Yeah, some people do get disrespectful. They do, like I said, and that's why I'm kind of trying to just talk about that at the beginning of this little post, because, like I said before, we don't need to turn into Stormfront Black. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to engage behavior, talk about that, and then move on to the next story. And hopefully you learn something from it. Well, you could join One United Bank online. I mean, if you want to just join a black bank. Leah, you talking about Texas? Leah, I would like to get out there, and actually I want to get to TSU for a lot of reasons, but I need to get some more equipment to do some street type of videos that I want to do. But we're working on purchasing certain equipment, and that's what some of the Patreon funds is going to as well, is purchasing equipment that we need to do things out in the street and not just everything in the studio. Well, Leah, do you go to TSU? Oh, okay. Well, Leah, well, email me. Who we need to talk to? Cause I would love to go over there and talk. And shoot, I'm definitely open. Can you email me who to talk to, or maybe put in the word, or whoever I need to mention? Okay. All right, Leah, email me. Yeah, let me know. And we'll try to definitely get that arranged, because I think Saturday I got to go speak to some youth on Saturday, and I'm gonna get that recorded as well. So we definitely trying to do things that trying to move around, and definitely want to get more speaking done, and do some more things out in the street. That's something I want to do. So. Will Ratchet Video Weekly return? Yes, it will return. I have a lot of videos actually with that to do. I've been chronicling them in my little folder that I have, especially for that. I just gotta, slow down myself enough to do it, but this just like I said, I've been so busy with these news stories, but I'll get back to it. Are you ever what? Oh, I've never been to Detroit. That's something I've never been. Yeah. It's just like beyond which, like I said, I talked about why I'm so busy sometime on Patreon, because I give them the full 411 information. I don't give everybody information here, but it's a reason why some things will slow down for me. And like I said, but if you was I was supposed to go to New York, but the snowstorm stopped that from happening. So hopefully we can get out there in the summer. But with that said, like I said, I've been on here for a minute. But appreciate everybody just hanging out with me here. We got a good interview that I need to edit sometime in the morning. You can always make a request. Now, if I could talk about it, I can. If I can't, I can't. I mean, are you selling shirts? Yes, I'm still selling shirts. You can get the Black Unity shirt we got on sale for right now. That link of I think it's on the current videos. So check that out. Help us out with that. But anyway, as I stated before, we're going to get off of here. It's pretty late, but I'll post something later in the morning, and I see some more news stories I need to cover out there. And but it's all good. But I just want to address the thing about the comment section. Please take heed. I'm going to start putting some filters for that comment section, because we need to chill out on some things that we're doing. Let's have a discourse and even talk about things that we don't agree with without sounding like Stormfront Black. That's the only thing I'm saying with the situation. If I can't do Stormfront Black, if I can't threaten, if I can't insinuate without the feds showing up at my door, then I don't think you guys should be doing it either. So I definitely appreciate you guys, and see you next time.